Hey there, hope you had an amazing weekend. It's Fabio and welcome back to another daily market outlook. So before we dive into every single major dollar pair, EURUSD, what we expect, just a quick transparency moment for you guys, just giving you some insights in what it is to be like a professional trader who actually trades on a funded live account with a prop firm. So I know you guys appreciate me being this transparent just because there's so much junk out there on YouTube, but as you can see today, it is the 28th of October, the withdrawal date is 28th of October, and the balance is 2.9k in profit. So we just requested a payout for 2.9k. As you can see, the number of trades taken on this account was 5, with a win rate of 40%. So yes, the win rate was pretty low as I didn't have my best week last week. But what I really want to show you guys with this is that the winners need to be bigger than the losses. As you can see, 1.2k average loss with my average profit being 3.5k. Therefore, this means that I only need one winner to pay back 3 losses. So if you look here in the calendar, what you're going to be able to see is that I indeed took 5 trades. So the first trade was a $yen long for 4.2k. Then a gold loss, then a GJ loss, then a G Swiss loss. So that's 3 losses in a row. Again, everything was shared with full transparency inside Discord. So if you want to join in on the fun, make sure to join the Discord link down below. And then this morning, actually, we hit TP on GJ. So we took a trade on Friday, a Friday New York session, held it over weekend. And as you can see, yeah, we hit TP. So this is just purely the power of continuously executing on your strategy, knowing that your strategy is profitable and not being depressed if you hit those 3 losses in a row, because it will and it can happen. So some full transparency there for you guys and hope you guys appreciate that. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and then let's just dive into the market outlook. So EURUSD itself here on the daily time frame is stuck inside supply. As you can see, the market pushed down lower from that supply zone after also taking out this internal liquidity high over here. So from there, we pushed down lower. At the moment, the fractal structure is still bearish with this black line being your fractal high, this being your fractal low. So definitely still expecting further downside into this demand zone potentially, but it all depends on what the price action does. I'm not very interested in shorting this. So I'm more just waiting for price action to start reacting. I would only be interested actually in looking for longs very soon. Why? I'm going to show you guys in a second. Yes, EURUSD is still bearish, but after such a massive move, I am more interested in other pairs than looking for another short on this in towards the downside, just because I understand that the potential of a pullback is becoming higher and higher. Therefore, I'm staying out of EURUSD. If I were to take a trade, I'm waiting for the daily fractal high to break, push up, retest, and then a continuation in towards the highs, grabbing liquidity above here. And then I'll be more interested in looking for example, downside continuation, or we just continue with the overall internal trend in towards the upside. Going in towards the 4-hour, pretty much what we also discussed last week happened. As you guys know, the overall trend was again still bearish, overall swing push down, a pullback, another swing push down. This is your swing high, this is your swing low. Then you have internal highs, so these are the so-called bumps in the road, and above those internal highs, that is where you have liquidity. So we take out this first liquidity high, but no fractal change in structure. Then we take out this liquidity high, and then you can see the real push in towards the downside occurred. So here, break of fractal structure up, break of fractal structure down. So yes, we have a change of character in towards the downside. So now the overall swing structure matches with the overall fractal structure. Therefore, this is now an area of interest, this area of supply. So let's see what happens, or if we even pull back in towards there. If we see a lower time from trend shift, then yes, we could push down. If not, then let's see what happens once we reach this area of supply, or if we do not react inside that area of supply, then we'll just look for some upside continuation to trade that potential pullback. So that's what I'm looking for on EURUSD. This demand zone so far failed. So yeah, let's see. I am very interested in EURUSD still, but as you guys know, I would prefer to start seeing a pullback. Going in towards the dollar index has started to retrace this morning. Looking at where we currently are, I am therefore not very interested in looking for shorts on EU, because we just grabbed liquidity above this previous high. So for me, this is kind of like a sign, okay, bullish momentum is slowing down somewhat, but obviously we need to wait for the 4-hour candle to close. Go in towards the daily time frame. What you'll see over there is that we are obviously pretty overextended in towards the highs and now still inside daily area of supply. So inside this daily area of supply, what would you expect? You would expect a push in towards the downside once again. However, when do you expect that push in towards the downside? Well, if you see a fractal change in structure. So what I know is that this fractal high just got broken by this wick over here. Seems to be a liquidity grab. Now, if we were to break this black line over here, then I would start expecting a further down push. As long as this black line is respected, we should still push up higher. Let's see where we close on the 4 hour in around 1.5 hours. Then this could potentially be our new area of demand, right? This sell before the buy. But if this candle closure over here on the daily is weak today, and we close somewhere over here, then this sell before the buy, it's not going to be a strong demand zone, right? Because you want a demand zone to form like this. You want to see a sell and then a strong buy in towards the highs, because then you see we tap in and straight away we move back out again. But if you get that weak stuff, that is not what you want to see, because that could just indicate that the market is going to continue chopping, right? So a good example was over here, for let's say over here, excuse me, where you have this buy before the sell, and then you see, okay, the next sell candle over here fails to close below the low of this buy up before the sell, and then you see another wick in towards the highs, still to liquidate a lot of traders. Therefore, I'm being very cautious with EURUSD at the moment. Going into AUDUSD here on the daily, still a lot of bearish momentum, no signs of slowing down just yet. At the moment, the fractal structure is very clear. The fractal high is the high of this bullish candle over here. So as long as that high is respected, the market should continue down lower, okay? So I'm only interested in Aussie dollar short still, in towards the downside, not expecting any bullish momentum. The ideal trade would be from this area of supply over here on the 4 hour, as we have a nice liquidity high right below it. So ideally you would want to see something like this, okay? Go back into the daily, and then you see, okay, that is also your daily supply being hit. And then obviously here to the left, we don't have any logical targets, so it could just continue selling off in towards the downside for now. It does depend on what the dollar index will do, but for now it is looking good to still sell off further Aussie dollar. Going into pound dollar, what are we seeing from that pair? So GBPUSD is still stalling a bit. As you guys know, we have still got daily supply in control over here. So your fractal high on the daily is still the high of this bullish candle. As long as that high is respected, the market should push down lower. As simple as that. Next target is definitely this area of daily demand. So still expecting further downside from this pair. It's not my favorite at the moment. I do prefer Aussie dollar over GU for now, but a nice fractal bearish shift once again occurred here. As you guys can see, we broke this high over here, this low broke it, or we broke this high over here. It was at least this low over here that broke it. Therefore, this is now valid supply, which is now in control. So if the bearish momentum is really there, we should sell off from here. If we do not, then I would not be very interested in this, because it could just start chopping around a little bit. So only if we react heavily to this area of supply, and definitely look at the 1 hour and the 15 minute for shorts, then I will be interested in a short on GU, otherwise not. Going into NZDUSD, this pair is also still very bearish, also fundamentally. We just broke this area of demand, so therefore there's no fresh areas of demand left, guys. It would not be, or I would not be surprised if we just start pushing down lower in towards, for example, this swing low next. But yeah, we're just going to follow the over momentum. So for now, your area of supply that is in control is this blue zone. So let's keep an eye on that. And as long as the daily fractal high is respected, you should only be looking at shorts on NZDUSD. If we break that daily fractal high, yes, maybe then we get a pullback. But for now, shorts are the only thing that are of interest. Again, similar to AUDUSD, you have this area of supply over here, then you have this internal high. So let's see if we can grab that as liquidity and then sell off in towards the downside. But then again, you need bearish confirmation inside that supply zone before looking for a sell. Last for gold, what I highlighted last week was that I was not interested in shorts from this supply zone, just because gold is fundamentally still bullish. And as you can see, we are still indeed pushing up higher. So the initial sellers has now gotten stopped out. So, you know, this is your supply zone. Then everybody's of course selling on the bearish candle over here. stop loss above the highs. Now they're getting stopped out. So I am still expecting some further upside from gold for now, as long as the overall order flow holds. This is now demand that is in control, so expecting higher prices as long as this demand zone holds here on the 4-hour. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Join Discord. We're going to be announcing the live sessions for this week over there as well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.